I'd like to take this occasion to thank all of the Periscope live stream community that engaged with me in January and February of 2020 on this Vietnam quest. Je voudrais remercier la communauté Periscope qui a participé avec moi durant cette tournée au Vietnam.
Anyway, so I love dusty bronze. It has a certain character thing. Hey, cinnamon cult, how's it going? Look at this kind of funny looking thing. So this is probably where they were excavated from. So these are luckily, when you have a patrimoine where you can dig up stuff and carefully clean it, catalog it, and then find a place for it, find a home for it in your local historic museum. I would say there's a certain richness to that because there's certain parts of the world, certain countries that don't have that luxury, or other parts where the history is being eradicated. I think you know what I'm talking about. So when you can have things like this and they've got they're protected here and they're for everyone's benefit, you can come and see it anytime you like. Hey, thank you for the super art, Joe. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're liking what I'm showing. I'm giving my own kind of commentary twist, so I hope that's part of it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Is that amber? I like the idea of old amber, but there's also something called cornelian, which is like an orange stone. Do we know what those urns were used for? Yeah, a number of things. Like that's a rain drum. Oh, guys, I have to cough. This, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let's have a look at the blurb. Well, some of it is just based on, okay. Oh, so it's a burial urn. So, in old cultures, like all over the world, there's urn field people. That's what they're described as. And they basically um, cremated their deceased and they place their remains in urns. And you know what? I bought a spray from the pharmacy and I'm going to give myself a jolt of it just because it might help me from coughing on the scope. I have to struggle with my. Here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put you down on the rain drum and I'm going to fish for my stuff while I can. Okay. Oh, guess what? So, Mai's mother works in the area and she sells hats and fans in the neighborhood. And what's nice about this neighborhood is there are very old, large trees that line the streets on both sides. So what that means is there's a lot of shade and generally quality air. So I was more than pleased to help Mai's mother out. A little warmer than Montreal, yeah, significantly so. Significantly so. So Mai brought me to a pharmacy, and we bought this. It's honey and mint, and propolis Tracy B. So this is what the pharmacist recommended, and I was told only 2. I did 3, but because the first one was a dud. So here we go. Done 2. So hopefully that will reduce the amount of coughing. That will reduce the amount of coughing I'm doing on this Periscope because the two are not compatible. You guys don't need to be subjected to all that. So we're gonna go back to the urns. So yeah, I didn't want to say if it was a burial urn, because you could probably fit a whole family in there. I mean, if it's like, I don't think you would inter a whole, uncremated body. I would expect it would be a cremation, and then probably, the lid comes off, and then when Auntie Mai goes, it's her turn to join the ancestors. I'm being glib, of course, but you can kind of like filter through what the glib aspect of it is. But here is what they look like when they're excavated. How have you been though, other than the cough? Um, I'd have to say my spirits are pretty good because I'm in a place that it took a lot of preparation to get to, and I was so glad to leave behind where the hell I came from for a little while. And apart from that, I really didn't have any set expectations. I wanted to leave it like an open book, and I have not been disappointed so far. So I have to say, Joe, thank you for asking. Things are going swimmingly up to now. So yeah, these are burial urns. I like how they put little egg-shaped rocks to keep the urn from tipping over. That's a nice little kind of like an improvisation, but there really isn't anything that you could put that's going to do a better job than some kind of egg-shaped rock. So circa 2000. Good to hear. I've been awesome, cooler than it's been in the past week. Has it been cooler? Is that because that you finally had some rain in Australia? Because before I left Montreal, okay, this is unusual. I'm not sure if it's ceramic or if it's bronze, but it looks decorative. Like you can see the faded decoration on it. Yeah, it looks like it's bronze. So I think these might be bells. They look like bells. Let's have a look at the blurb. Sorry, I need to zoom in on the blurb. Yeah, musical instruments. Hey, you know what? I'm a good guesser. I don't need a guide. I'd rather like say something wrong and then be corrected for it, and then just occasionally being right from. So these are bracelets. They're actually translucent. You can see through them. So they must be. Oh, they're old glass of the Dong San culture. So this is old glass, guys. I'm a fan of old glass. You praise our yes. We all are good intuition. Thank you. Look at the boat. So this is cool. Look, this is all one piece of wood. Wow. Look at how old it is, and look at how intact it is. Plus all the treasure that they got inside here. So they got a lot of bronze bowls and receptacles and drums. It looks like a pipe. So I like all this old stuff. And look at this thing here. Check this out. Look at how fun that is. I have no idea if it's his job or if it's the head of a boat or what, but it looks like it's made out of bronze. And yeah. See, I stop in my tracks for things like this. Okay, you guys talking about me? I'll be scoping from the front seat of a Tesla Model X in a couple of weeks. Okay, thanks for the fair warning, Joe. Is that is your Tesla? Um, are you on the waiting list? It hasn't arrived yet. Oh, look at the spears. So yeah, the Tesla is quite ride share. Okay, from Orange to Sydney. Well, have I been in a Tesla? I don't think I've ever been in a Tesla. They have them in Montreal, but I've never had a lift in one. Oh, look at this red bronze rain drum. Now that, and it looks, oh, you see how it's repaired? How they kind of like had to stitch it together? That's strange. But I like the dusty red color of it. The lady owns her own ride share business. Oh, okay. So you get shotgun? Do you at least have shotgun? I mean, it's one thing to get a ride along, but if there are more people, there can only be one shotgun seat. So, yeah. Okay, let's wander some more because Maya is waiting outside, and she's going to take me to um, the prison museum afterwards. Okay, this looks like older than the Vietnamese, and it may be more Chinese or Chinese influenced. And it's really dim in here. So, and this is kind of like a creamy green, which is like what they call celadon, which was also used in the Khmer era. So, and this is unusual. This is probably where it tells you exactly where it's from, probably even to the decade. Um, so, yeah, I've never seen like a kind of decoration like this before, and it's on the lid as well. Okay, let's look at the blurb. Okay, it's a poem. I'm not going to linger too long because, okay, carved wood. I'm a big fan of carved wood. Look at this, is probably waxed, and it looks authentic. I mean, it doesn't look like a copy. It looks like somehow this was protected from the elements, that old craftsman's hands made it out of two single pieces of wood, and they've survived till today. Yeah, it looks fantastic. Let me see if I can get it all in one shot. Let me see. There we go. I'm gonna hold still. There we go. Okay, we're gonna move along because look, we got dancing warriors, and we got more probably teak posts, and this is where you have like a sculpted urn, and this is fancy. This probably is imperial of some kind. You probably only be of an imperial house to have like a pot maker make you something of that. So, storage jar, brown pattern ceramic, Tran Dynasty, 13th, 14th century, signed by the Prime Minister of Vietnam to be recognized as a national treasure. So I'm not sure how the Prime Minister of Vietnam, I guess it's by provenance of, and so if he says it's something, then it goes. I'm not sure, but it looks old and old enough. So I guess they date it to the 13th and 14th century, but I don't know if they add more information. The fact that it has the Prime Minister's seal of approval is meaningless to me. I don't know why that's there, but this is Vietnam. Okay, I like this. I like this. This is like I don't know what it could be, like a slate stone. Cambodia. No, it looks like it's slate. It looks like it's made out of stone. You can tell from this side here. This be stone, like a thin stone, like a slate, but it's intricately carved, exquisitely so, and it old. It old. Let's see. Let's see what they say about it.